Get Sprung next?
Yeah.
Should be, right?
This one had a lot of callbacks to old shows. There were a lot of old references. Like this one opened with we did a redesign of the Mist's outfit, made him blue because I figured that we figured that made more sense because water,
Well,
right?
The mask was broken, and I was like, I got an idea. And then
It made sense making it blue though. This brought back both the Mist and Dick Richards, and this was Jill was in this one.
The terrifying lady from Florida who's yacht that I mentioned earlier. I don't know. I really just tried to be as terrifying and unattractive as possible in this role. And looking at these photos, wow, man, like I really succeed. I'm so proud of myself.
And there's her death again. I love that photo.
I'm dead again.
Look at that face. That's like a victim from The Ring.
He poisoned her, right?
As an actor, you must commit H2T. You must.
This was
even closer.
Yeah, this was Amanda's first.
We had done Calendar Kids already, right?
No,
I don't think so. I think that was after
right before
this
Calendar Kids, actually.
Wow.
I gotta say though,
first show, Amanda's first role in the first show that she was in.
Starting back with the Christmas show, leading through this one and the next shows, it really feels like, I mean, the sets too. Like we didn't really mention it with the Christmas show, but like the set that y'all had done, the decorating on the set for that show, and then this show and the Charlie Brown show, and then just all your shows like it just, you guys just kept stepping it up with the sets.
Well, thank you.
Chris, thank you. Christmas paper for the Christmas show, and then we already had the set painted for Charlie Brown for Get Sprung. Like,
yeah. If you look at the old pictures of Charlie Brown and then the pictures of this show, you will see that they look almost exactly the same. As they are.
Also, one big difference for this show is we finally remodeled the stage and removed the ugly blue carpet. So it looks, right.
So we had all hardwood to work with, which was nice.
That's a good shot right there. Mm-hmm. That's a good one too.
This one has really good photos.
What's the next scene?
Let's move along. Oh, the next one. This is also one of my old sketches. The Importance of Being Reginald. It was sort of a parody of Importance of Being Ernest, the play, but with homeless people inserted. Which, take that what you will.
Homeless people.
Yeah, I have nothing against homeless people. I just
another great one
a lot
with
of jokes
Craig.
about homeless folk.
Reginald.
This is another sketch that had it was me, Craig, and Brody, and Jamie was also in this one as a
deadly combination, man.
Yeah. Good combo. Like the servant boy.
That was a good scene. That was one too that like kind of comes out of nowhere because it's so sophisticated. Like you have a very theatrical sense in this scene, but
I tried to write it as British humor as possible, as like Monty Python inspired as possible. So it's a homeless guy pretending to be a rich man, pretending to be this like rich lord. And then the real Lord comes in, played by me.
No, none of you guys are the real one.
I was gonna say, and then the twist is that I'm actually a homeless guy, also pretending to be the same rich Lord. So
what Ben's saying is everybody's homeless.
And my character's like really dumb. He doesn't know anything going on.
But yeah, this one was, for me, this was one of my...
It was good.
Just because this is one of the very first things I wrote.
Oh, it's like a thought bubble above you, Brody.
Yeah.
I know.
We actually used this as a thought bubble. Phil used that photo for advertising for
oh, that's right.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think I photoshopped something in it at one point. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay. Okay, this is one of your favorites, Taylor.
Yeah.
This is
you don't need to show it. I could just talk about it. I just like this one so much. Just because I got to like scream at everybody. Like that was the best part.
Your special.
Yeah, most of the people in this scene were our students.
I can't remember.
We got to yell at them.
Like it was something like we were just talking about making fun of people's names. Yeah, somebody like walked in the room and was making fun of somebody else's name. And I realized how stupid that was. And so we just created this stupid child who's making fun of everybody's name who walks in the room.
It was I think it was also like the stereotypical like 80s bully who's like super over the top.
Yeah. I got to wear a Rugrats shirt, so that was cool.
Yeah.
And then you die.
Lots of dying in these sketch shows.
Dying is a punch. No, it's not. Never mind. It's not a punchline, you guys. Death is very serious.
It is in our show, I guess.
In our shows, death is a punchline.
We've made it a punchline. Which.
What's the next one? Oh, wow.
This was a bring back of so in our first sketch show, when we showed you that other photo of Matt dead on the floor, that was the sketch where he's running like a YouTube channel where he's a guy that eats staples, because there's a lot of YouTube channels where people are doing weird things on camera for views. So it's kind of a take on that. This was the sequel to it. Brody, you requested to be in a Stapler Time.
Yeah.
I said when I first came into it, because Stapler Time was what called me to this group, I said, if you ever do a Stapler Time second parter, I have to be in it. If there's a contract, whatever, it's got to be in my contract. I have to be in the next Stapler Time.
This is such a random sketch to bring back.
And I got to be in it too.
You did, yeah. Wayne was in it too. And
Wayne,
Amanda.
Dad, what did you do to prepare for this role as a father? Amanda, what did you do to prepare for your role as a mother? Did you kidnap any children for this and feed them steak? I think it was based off of the like ASMR videos, the like people eating gross stuff.
The people who do the
like
the sound things on the microphone. Yeah. This one, Alien Spring Breakers. This one was pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, I like this.
Yeah, it was one of those like MTV the thing with like the hosting a spring break for college students. Was it in Florida? Because I think you're playing the same character.
I think it was in Florida because in this show I played a lot of characters from Florida. So
yeah.
Well, this is the first show of the twins, right? This was their first show.
Yeah. These two twins, Jacob and Josh, they played two aliens who are trying to they're trying to abduct humans. And they stumble into an MTV spring breaker place. And then me and Craig are playing two bros. Two obnoxious bros.
We look pretty good there.
We get caught up in a conga line.
No, these fellas still love these roles too. They'll
we brought back the aliens
for us whenever they want to. It's great.
This last part was so improvised. I love the scene. We improvised it so much. Oh man.
Oh yeah, the limbo.
You know what I love about the twins too when they do these shows is they won't come up to you and just perform their roles. They know everybody's lines in all the scenes, and they'll perform anybody's scenes. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they were great. I also just want to say it's really cool and helpful to have a pair of identical twins in your sketch comedy group.
For comedy, it's very beneficial.
They can play all kinds of roles.
Like twins.
Like twins.
Or twins.
Or aliens.
Or twins.
Because, I mean,
or
in
twin
movies,
aliens.
all look the same, and twins.
Hey.
There you go.
We're sending a good message. What's the next thing?
Oh! You want to talk about this one, Taylor?
So same thing as the high heels. Just glad I got to wear a dress. No, it was Ben came to me and was like, I want to write a scene that's the Golden Girls and they commit a murder. And I was
all I said was I want to do like a Betty White scene where like Betty White is like doing something really un-Betty White like.
And I had been like watching a lot of Golden Girls. And so I was like, it has to be Golden Girls. I have to write it. You have to let me write it. And what ended up was this like, it's not even really a scene. It's more like Golden Girls fan fiction. Like it's the people who showed up and like laughed at it. We'll see you later, Larry. We'll miss you.
Bye, Larry.
The people who showed up to watch the Golden Girls sketch, the one person who laughed at the most, I believe, was somebody's mom, one of my students' mom, who is a huge Golden Girls fan, and she got every single joke. And then like every other night, just like,
Well, I agree. And you know what? You're right. This one did kind of read like Golden Girls fanfic. So people weren't so much laughing as they were just like involved in the plot of what was going on, except for a couple moms who were like, the whole time. You got to write some sketches for the moms too.
Also,
we're inclusive.
I specifically, Amanda, right? We had the discussion about like who's gonna be who, and I was like, Amanda has to be B. Arthur. I can't remember because she's the strongest.
Because look at that, that's classic.
Bitch face.
Yeah, that was it, definitely. And I had to play Blanche because I wanted to be the slutty Southern one. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Describes you to a T.
This next one was really fun.
Oh yes,
This was,
another costume favorite of mine.
Oh, this is the pirate?
Yeah, this is the captain's new booty.
Arr, Captain Arr.
Arr.
I'm just throwing all the R's.
Yeah, I played Two-Eyed Billy. Yeah, Brody was Captain Longbush.
Arr, Captain Longbush, Captain.
And I got to wear heels for that too.
Craig was Hooky.
That's right, I was Hooky.
There's a lot
and then Matt was Yellowbeard.
Many bush strokes.
many bush.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about Yellowbeard. Arr, Yellowbeard, be approaching.
And he
Where
threatened
did you
to
get this idea?
what?
Where did you come up with this idea?
I don't know. A long time ago, I was just like, I want to write a pirate scene. I think the line that I had was "land ho." I was like, what if that was like an insult towards a woman? I was like, what if it was just a bunch of sexist pirates? And then I kind of just went on from there. This was one of those scenes that it took me a long time to like get the whole sketch figured out. Like I like had to like write a little bit, and then I, went back to it a few weeks later and eventually figured it out.
And I feel like you and I tend to do that with our stuff, is like going back and forth. Sometimes I'll wear this hat, and sometimes Ben wears the hat of like whatever it is we have to wear. But this is a good example of me being like, all right, now the sketch, what are we saying? What's the message? And Ben being like, I want to put pirates in it and have a guy. Like, it kills.
Well, yeah, I've always done that. I've always been like, I mean, it kind of benefited us in the last couple shows, definitely. Like with
you go with what you think is funny because that is what people think is funny. Like instead of.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say with the later sketch shows like Geeks Out, the way I started writing sketches was I was just kind of like, I want to write a Mario sketch, a Zelda sketch, a Pokemon sketch, okay, and then they just got accumulated over time, but we'll get to that later.
I just want to say this scene was really funny because anytime I'm in a show where somebody has to slap me, I hate fake stage slaps, so I just tell them, just fucking slap me, just do it.
Yeah. I like things.
And she took the liberty with that. She slapped me so hard every night that the patch on my eye moved to the other eye.
Yeah, we have a photo of that actually.
I remember that.
Right there.
You can see it happening halfway through the slap. The patch is moving from one eye to the other eye.
Yeah, Monica
Like-
had no fear. She just goes for it.
Yeah.
Funny.
You had to rethink that.
I know. I was like, holy crap, what did I do?
You're like, maybe we should just do a stage one.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, we made a Bachelorette sketch with Wayne again playing Dick Richards. How did you like that, Wayne? Or Wayne's still there? Yeah. How did you like playing Dick Richards for yet another time?
I believe I either asked you or you asked me, and I said I would love to play Dick Richards again.
Good. It was fun because it was the whole gimmick of this one was it was the Bachelorette, but all of the male contestants were just terrible selections. So there was Sarah played like a redneck, gross redneck. Jonathan was like some guy with lice. Who
Oh yeah, I got to meet Bobo.
Bobo. Yeah, I came back again as Bobo as a contestant. Brody was a barbarian man. Jacob and Josh came in as Mario and Luigi. And then Connie was the grandma. That was a fun one. And the Mist came in. Yeah. We just threw all of our characters out pretty much for this one.
I love also though that we're able to incorporate some recurring characters. because
Mhm.
we had a couple shows where a recurring character would come out and the audience would cheer like they remembered them
Yeah.
from the previous show.
Especially the Mist.
Cool.
The
Especially
Yeah, the mist. Always.
Every time the Mist
yeah.
comes back, the audience like loses it.
But the same thing happened with the twins too. Once they'd done their stuff.
Yeah, with the aliens and with the Mario Bros. And this was Craig's sketch that he
Yes.
wrote.
That's right. My only
Waiting to
one so
Godot.
far.
Woohoo.
Yeah. So this, I was really happy. Thank you guys for letting us put this one on, because like I had done it. I had put it on for a previous sketch group, but this was by far my favorite version of it because Brody, man, I don't know what it. Maybe we were meant to be lovers or something. I don't know.
You and I just work so good together, man. We got that stage chemistry down.
Man, this scene, like I don't. Yeah, it was awesome. You made that scene happen. Like it was light years better than I had ever seen it or been in it. And then adding Bobo at the end, that was such a great touch to make it part of the fourth wall. I just was really happy to do that. Thank you guys
I
for
got
allowing me to
so
do
into that sound cue of him pooping before coming on stage. I
Oh,
worked
no.
hard on that sound cue.
Oh,
Another
yeah, and the aliens returned for this one.
Yes, another callback moment.
another weird political message from Taylor Lozano.
You know what though? I feel like one thing that really sets us apart is that our theater, we're not afraid of making political statements. And somebody saw one of our shows and they were like, you know what I like about you guys? You're like the wokest theater company I know. And I was very down with that because we want to make people laugh, but wherever we can make people think along with it, I mean, that's what we're about.
Looks like he's
So-
holding a pretzel in the background.
It does look like a pretzel.
That was the steering wheel. That was our steering wheel for the bus driver.
Oh man, that was great.
Yeah.
It was just a monster on the bus. Just a monster.
Oh yeah, and this was the reprise of it. I should have gotten a tie for this. It would have looked a lot better.
Probably.
This is the reprisal of the bees. Oh yeah. Jamie played a fly offering poop. And Jonathan came back offering nectar to them.
I mean, nectar.
And then Craig came out in a wedding dress, and Wayne was his father.
That's
Oh
right.
my God, that was like the best entrance ever. It was so good.
Also, Wayne looked fabulous in those flowers. Just
Yeah.
like
You did. I love
Yes.
Yes, I
By the
mean,
way, I have to.
This is one of my other favorite photos from the sketch show. This is
That's beautiful. I
top
have to
5
give a
photos.
I have to give a shout out to Wayne and Amanda for that was probably the fastest quick change I ever had to do. I've never probably ever have to do a quick change into a wedding dress ever again. But I think there was like I was literally in a scene right before this, and then this scene came on, and we had to get that on and the flower, and so Wayne could walk me down the aisle. So thank you guys for putting me in that every night,
Write a scene with you in a wedding dress. Got it.
making me pretty.
Pretty great.
Happy stay on.
yeah, I also want to point out, like, we not even because we've tried to, but just because I guess that's where the writing process took us. We've had so many sketches where, like, you know, same-sex couples ended up together at the end, or, you know, or just we didn't care about gender and we wrote like a romantic scene. And I just think that's really cool about the fourth wall. Like, we're just a really accepting place, and we don't enforce any kind of gender norms that we don't need. And
Mhm.
I mean,
Case in
we
point.
wrote, there are some really cool sketches that we've written. So
Yeah, and it's like the group, you know, has its political moments, but it's not all political because I have, you know, experienced that being with a group where it was like every single message was political.
It's
Mhm.
not
And-
heavy-handed.
It's
Yeah,
not public,
exactly.
Everything, yeah.
It's
For
not
sure.
like the whole point is to have a message with a side of funny. You guys have the whole point is to be funny with a side of a message.
Yeah.
absolutely,
Exactly.
we want to be irreverent and have fun. Also, that's important.
Yes.
Mhm. Which, when it comes to comedy, you know, the humor should be number one, but adding that on, adding some sort of message, it you know, doesn't hurt.
Yeah, for sure.
So I
yeah,
got
this
really
one-
into dancing in my living room when I was writing the sketch, and one of
You
the
don't say.
Crystal again, another student who had written a couple other ones. She came to me again and was like, "I have an idea for a sketch. It's a dad of a student at a dance academy, but he's like a bro, but he's also like an amazing dancer. Obviously, I'm an amazing dancer.
Obviously,
So
look
just-
at these photos.
This is a given that I had to write a dance.
Ooh, gams. Ooh.
Yeah, I was proud of that. And then I got to spank Brody because he was my husband. Next one.
Yes.
All right, and this was the
Oh
last
my
one.
God.
This is the one where, yeah,
Whoa,
this anime life. Yeah, you explain this one, Taylor.
So I was playing like a lot of Kingdom Hearts and stuff, and I've always struggled with anime, and so the whole scene revolves around like two guys just hanging out, but they keep doing like the thing of that anime's doing.
Things that people do in animes, just normally.
So
Yeah.
Brody
Yeah,
takes
so-
a poop, but he goes Super Saiyan and
Exactly. Yeah, he poops off stage and does the like the Dragon Ball Z power up sound and returns with Super Saiyan hair.
You know what?
Well, they are farting.
I loved this sketch because I feel like it was so niche. So like only some people in the audience knew what the heck was going on. But like everyone liked it because it was just so over the top and so funny.
my dad liked this sketch.
Yeah, like my mom has no idea about anime whatsoever, but she was cackling the whole way through because it's just so over the top.
Okay. Sarah walking out with the mace and Ben walking out with the whip were like those.
And the assless chaps again, yeah.
Yes,
Brought it back to
assless
that's the
chaps.
third assless chap usage.
I just remember Sarah coming out and going, "Are these the puny humans?" And like everybody lost their shit. It was amazing. Oh, it was such a good scene.
Oh yeah, and then
yeah.
Amanda and
So
Matt
good.
as Jesse and James. That was really
Yes.
great. That was a high five.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh, and
great
don't
book.
forget Jonathan either. As
Amanda,
Yeah.
Matt,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon.
Yeah, Dad. It was like a whole Pokemon thing. Okay, yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good stuff.
Yeah, that was a fun show. And then we had the whole subplot during all of the intros of Taylor trying to hunt down a leprechaun.
So we could get a liquor license. I think that was
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
think
we
I
were
said
using-
because Craig is short that I mistook him for the leprechaun. I think it's where
Oh yeah,
There was a whole bit where he tried to kill Craig. Good times.
I
a
forgot
lot of
about that.
guns. A lot of guns.
Yes, murder is a prevalent theme in our shows.
Prevalent
but-
theme.
Yes.
Oh well.
All right, so we're at summer now. This last summer, what did we do last summer, Ben? Do you know what we did last summer?
Last summer,
Do you
we
know what
did
last summer?
we did a patriotic show entitled "The Fourth Wall Saves America."
Wow. This was the first show I didn't get to be in.
We're almost
This
there.
is the
you
first
guys.
show that Lucas and Elijah got to be in, though.
I
Our
know.
first show, Lucas.
And you know what? They were such great additions. So that was really exciting.
Yeah, you guys both really brought a lot of unique stuff to the show. I
That's
really
almost forgot about Brody.
yeah, this was the one where the whole premise was like we're trying to ease off the violence, but the show is still
With
very
guns.
Yeah, we didn't really
Fun.
succeed, but oh well.
And of course, Lucas played the spirit of America.
He was amazing as the spirit of America. How did you like that, Lucas?
Yeah, I felt that was mainly me. That was basically me.
I love how you had a whole arc. As
I did love my arc, which
Yeah,
I'm
Lucas-
going through now.
You really went for it. Like, look at all those moves. It was great.
yeah.
Yeah, and I too, Brody, I commend you because I'm also someone that gets really into the costume. So
Yes.
I'm happy to take your place in that role.
Yeah.
This was
Oh,
the
God.
first sketch of the show.
Council of
Council
Clowns.
of
Oh,
Clowns.
Jesus.
Yeah, Craig was like the regular guy running
Regular
for
guy.
office, and then
Regular guy.
Austin here
Regular
was he was playing this like the son of Hugh Hefner's son. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner's son, and then and he was great as him.
Yeah, this
And
was
then-
before Matt had to drop.
Oh, right.
Yeah, this was the
Wow.
show. Yeah, Matt was cast in the show, and we had sketches for The Mist, but he got sick like last minute, so we had to replace him. Taylor took over, and he just played Christopher Walken. But yeah, this sketch had the Mist dudes originally.
Yeah, and Taylor, it was amazing that you were able to do that because these photos were taken of like the dress rehearsal. So
Yeah.
Matt was there
This is like
for
the
the
last,
dress
second to last
rehearsal.
dress rehearsal.
Yeah, and we found out after the dress rehearsal that he was like bedridden and could not come.
Mhm.
So Taylor had to make up a character on the spot. So he did this weird impression of Christopher Walken. And I had friends who saw the show who were like, my favorite part was when Christopher Walken was in the film.
It fit so well
Good job,
too.
good job.
It fit really well.
Yes, he does so well with
Larry
that
was great as well.
walking voice.
And then I was, of course, Bobo the Clown again.
So speaking
know,
of the
it's
list,
stupid.
we might get to it later, but there
Oh, Lord.
for it.
Have mercy.
Okay.
What was that, Lucas?
Yeah, what, Lucas?
Because remember, there's is there photos of the catheter?
No,
I did not save photos of that one just because we didn't do that.
Oh, damn.
Wasn't that part of the irony? Like, because didn't Matt get sick with like bladder, like kidney stones or something like that? And so we're like, oh my God, the catheter actually like.
Meg, Brody, you guys didn't get to see it, but like, where the whole scene that he was doing was, we did another like Mist family reunion thing where I was like, oh, it's the Mist, and he's the only one going to spend time with his grandma at the retirement home, and his grandma is the catheter.
Oh, no.
Is like opposite. And
She's a super villain as well, named the Catheter.
it was a gross scene. It was really
It
gross.
was totally, it was great.
It ended up being a strange ironic situation because Matt couldn't do the show due to a problem with a catheter. So it was just like
It was ironic.
He's not
Too
Very
long.
ironic.
himself.
that's all I'm gonna say about it. But it was fun.
Okay, so I have cut a best of all of the Yellow Brick Wall. So for this show, it was a four-parter sketch.
Oh, that was a long one.
It was Elijah as Donald Trump, but it was
Nice.
essentially the story of the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, man.
And then Lucas as Toto / Jared Kushner. And I'll just
Jared, I know every time, where did you come from? Happy to be here. It's great, so strange.
Elijah, your wig is amazing.
Shut up, I have a beautiful voice. You people are weird. Who are you people anyway?
We are the Munchkins, and on behalf of the Lollipop Guild, I hereby state you, sir, are trespassing.
Oh, hey there! I'm Sarah Palis. I'm almost going to this house. So, can you tell me what the deal with all these Munchkins everywhere?
Well, this year is Munchkin Land. It's their homeland.
I mean, they seem like troublemakers. I assume some of them are good people.
Oh, yeah. They can be real mischievous, these folks.
So why don't we try doing something about that?
What do you mean?
What if, and bear with me, we built a wall that separates Munchkin Land from everybody else?
That's not a bad idea, you old turkey. You know, the Wizard of Russia would love that idea.
Russia, you say?
Oh, yeah. They got a whole mine full of gold and yellow bricks in Russia. You could probably use to build a wall.
Great, it's settled. Where's Russia from here?
Oh, that's easy. It's just over this way. I can see Russia from my house.
You can call me Ted. Ted Cruz.
Ted. I knew you looked awfully familiar. You look sad. What's wrong with Teddy?
I'm just a little bummed out about not getting elected president.
I'm sorry, I can't relate.
You will never reach Russia now that I'm here to defeat you. I'll get you and your little son-in-law too.
No, Jared is mine. Keep your hands off of him.
You have a really strange, close relationship with your son-in-law, sir.
We will destroy you.
Yeah, just like how we destroyed Bernie in the strawberry elections. Hey, Matt, I got this.
scared. I'm just a little scared. This forest doesn't look too nice. It's all dark and creepy. Who knows what lurks inside? Yeah, Jared, don't be such a puss. Hold me tight. Hand it down, Fresh. I don't know, guys. I think Jared's got a point. What if there's, like, terrorists in there? No, I hate those sneaky guys.
And commies. I don't want to mess with some commies.
And the media, if I find one damn fake news reporter, I'm gonna be so mad.
ISIS and commies and fake news media?
Oh my!
ISIS and commies and fake news, oh my! ISIS and commies and fake news, oh my! ISIS and commies and fake news, oh my! Are you a commie? No, I'm not a commie. I'm former Florida Governor Jeb Bush.
I am the great and powerful Vladimir Putin. Bow before my greatness. Bow! Now, what is it you wish for, buddy?
Well, we all came for separate reasons, but my reason is way more important than everybody else's, so let's go ahead and start the party.
Deal. What is it that you wish?
Well, as you may know, there's a ton of munchkins in Munchkinland. I'm not saying they're all criminals, but when they cross the border, I can imagine they're sending the best people.
Wait. No, don't go over there. There's nothing over there. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
What? Who's this guy? He's a fake.
Let me make myself clear. His name is Barack.
Wait.
The ruler of Russia.
Barack Obama?
Who the hell is Barack Obama?
He was the president of the United States.
Impossible. I'm the president of the United States.
Yeah, I know. He was the former president.
Former president?
Never mind. What are you doing here, Mr. Obama?
Well, you see, funny thing about that is...
Barack, honey, who are your friends?
Michelle, darling, please. Go back inside the curtain. I'll explain later.
Anyone else here?
Does she live there?
My wife, Michelle. We moved from Russia to get better health care. But then I realized I lost my birth certificate. So I decided to change my name to Vladimir Putin.
Huh? What?
Donald, wake up. Wake up, Donald.
What?
Donald, we've been looking all over for you.
Where am I? Melania?
You really don't remember. We lost here in Disneyland for the last 6 months. Thank God these men helped me out. We were afraid we never find you.
Oh, Donald. Yeah, I guess it was just a long fever dream after all. That's the last time I tried to ride Spacebound alone.
Well, are you ready to go home now, Donald?
Yes, I am. But wait. You were all there, in Russia, with me. You were there, and you were there, and you were there. Jeb Bush, what are you doing here? You're ruining my vacation. Get out of here. You're fired.
Do you want your McDonald's now?
Yeah, Donnie want McDonald's.
Okay.
Oh man.
God.
That was a good one.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
What was the Tin Man who I thought it was?
Yeah, that was Ben.
God, I
Ben
can't believe
from,
I missed that show. I love Ben.
Yeah, he was
Ben
really
great
good
to
too.
work
That's the only show he's done with us, but he did a really great job.
I just want to point out, I love how by the end of that sketch, like, Lucas, you're just in your underwear in the
yeah. If you notice, Lucas has less and less clothes every time in that sketch.
Yes, okay. That's one of my favorite things from these sketches, honestly. Look, you can see in these photos, he starts out in a full business suit, and then as each recurring bit from the yellow brick wall happens, he's removed one piece until in the end, I believe he's in some like tiny booty shorts.
He's in like an S&M like thing.
Yeah, he's in it too.
Oh, right there, right there.
That's not even
first time he
his
has a
final
suit,
outfit though.
and then we added the fur vest, and then we took away the shirt, and then we took away something else.
Yeah, he had booty shorts. He was shirtless. He had a fur collar and like a leash. So
I distinctly remember being asked, "Hey Taylor, is it okay if I'm not wearing like any clothes in the scene?" And I said, "Ask Ben."
And I did. I cut a few things out just to make it a lot shorter, because if we watched all 4 parts, it would be like 20 minutes plus.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Ben, he played the Tin Man, aka Mike Pence, and the whole there's also the bits of Craig's character, Ted Cruz is looking for a brain, Mike Pence is looking for a heart, me as Jeb Bush is looking for courage, right?
I was thinking about
very political.
I was saying it earlier. I was like, oh, this is like, besides the quotes that we use and stuff like that, it's just Wizard of Oz. Like, that's all.
Yeah. When I wrote it, I started writing it, and I think I only had like one bit, and I was like, oh, the lions, tigers, and bears thing would be really funny to write. I was like, but that doesn't work in the structure of a single sketch. That doesn't work. That would be way too long. And I was like, oh, but what if I also added Hillary Clinton as the Democratic witch of the West? I was like, that wouldn't work. Oh, I could make it multiple parts and have it slowly fed to the audience every like 30 minutes.
You know what? One thing that I really liked about this sketch show is, we as writers may have a certain perspective and a certain, political leaning. And sure, that comes out in some of our sketches. But I feel like with this show in particular, we really did our best to just parody politics in general. Because no matter what your beliefs, I mean, you never perfectly align with the candidate who represents your quote party, right? So, we made fun of Trump and Kushner and we made fun of conservative politicians, but we also made fun of Hillary Clinton, and Taylor and
Where did the Bernie Sanders scene come from?
Yeah, Taylor and I wrote a Bernie Sanders sketch together, making fun of Bernie Sanders and essentially just calling him a crazy senile old man. And I love Bernie Sanders. I think he's fabulous. I would have voted for him if I were given the chance. However, you know what? There are things that are funny about him too. So we had a fun time. And Taylor as Bernie Sanders was amazing. A really fun sketch.
Yeah, it was a parody of Back to the Future and Doc Brown.
Minecraft.
And then he has a hooker in the trunk that they chase down.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I really appreciate about this show that we dug really deep and we thought, how can we make fun of politics in general so that we are, we're expressing our opinion and our political stance, but also we're making everyone feel at home and we're helping everyone laugh.
This is where we get to make fun of the founding fathers.
Yeah, no matter what they're.
Yeah, we made fun of the founding fathers.
This was a good one.
Oh, this was a really fun one. Yeah.
Did you do this one, Ben?
Yeah, I wrote this one. Larry played Alexander Hamilton, and we squeezed in plenty of Hamilton references. Yeah.
Woo! Or Hamilton.
Yeah, Craig was. Were you Jefferson?
I think so.
Yeah, I was something random like James Madison.
I was Thomas Jefferson.
I was James Madison, Ben.
Okay.
So you were someone else.
You were the one that got sick or something. You were the one that no one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucas, this was my favorite role for you.
God, I love that outfit.
Ben Franklin.
You know what? I loved this sketch so much because I feel like in our modern day, we have so much reverence for the founding fathers and what they must have been like. And I feel like people forget they were human, just like we are. And so this is
how I act.
Yeah, I mean they were totally imperfect. And we act like they were gods who knew exactly what it's like to have a perfect democracy. And that's just not the case.
They weren't, yeah.
They weren't. And so in this sketch, we really made fun of that. And we just had like a super fun time, like being silly. And I think this was a really great sketch. And Elijah as George Washington was great also.
Oh man.
That's right.
John Jay.
I was James
John
Madison,
Jay.
And
John
yeah,
Jay.
Ben was John Jay. So fun.
John fucking Jay.
That's right.
I want to compliment everyone in this sketch for their robot acting skills.
Yeah.
Ben, Amanda, Alexis, Taylor, you guys were all really funny in this one.
I had fun with
This one was written by our techie Kim. This is the one and only sketch I think that she's submitted to us. And
Written,
this
I
one was
think
pretty funny.
this one and maybe one other one.
She submitted one for an upcoming one.
Yeah, this is one that she worked on for a while, and the end result ended up like just being really, really fun to do. I got into robot dancing, right? And I remember getting really into like trying to describe it to the team. Oh yeah,
That's just a good photo in general.
that's just a good one. That wasn't rehearsal. That was just
Yeah.
a day.
No, this was the opening of Act 2. Remember the Christopher
yes.
Columbus thing? It's
That's
where
right.
yeah. 'Cause
Right.
the Spirit of America loses his faith in America because they travel back in time and find out that Christopher Columbus was actually a horrible murderer.
They thought it was a bear or something.
Oops.
I like how you had a second thing of hair.
Yeah, wig change.
This is the presidential talent show sketch. This one was really fun too. This was later replaced with Lucas.
That's right.
The assless chaps return again. Donnelly as a dominatrix.
That
lady.
was a weird place for me. I think I was depressed or something. I was in a dark headspace.
But dressing that in a S&M outfit.
All of it, everything. Oh yeah, Larry rapping as Hamilton.
Yeah, Taylor as Ben. Wait, no,
Bill
as Bill Cosby. That was really
No,
funny.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Not Cosby, sorry.
man.
Bill Clinton.
Definitely
That
not
would've
Bill
been
Cosby.
too much.
Different show.
There's not a single drink on stage. It can't be Bill Cosby.
Yeah, Bill Clinton. Sorry, the president.
This is where I started getting more comfortable with my shirt off too.
Yes.
Hey,
good.
With the Wizard of Oz scenes, I want to briefly talk about Elijah. Do you remember that part where we couldn't stop breaking character when Larry said Valdemir instead of Vladimir?
Valdemir? Holy
Instead of
hell.
what? Instead of Val. I was almost breaking too.
No, there was a part where he said it and I couldn't
Vladimir.
stop laughing, and Elijah was looking at me, and it was weird. It was too much.
Every
That's my
time
favorite
I
part.
looked at him, we couldn't stop laughing. It was terrible.
Even during the live show, I just had to. I kept thinking about that moment.
Ugh, that scene was
This is
so
a good one too.
This was me
Oh,
going,
this-
I want to play a monkey.
Monkey.
Oh
yeah,
no,
this is the one where. Well, this is the one that makes the yellow brick wall joke about at the end Trump is in Disneyland lost.
Right.
In this sketch, a monkey is president. You find out in the sketch that the reason that they have a monkey is they're pretending they're all pretending that the president he's the president, but really Donald Trump is lost in Disneyland, and so they're just pretending that this monkey is now the new president. It's pretty funny.
it started as me going, I wonder if an orangutan could do as good a job.
That's a great photo.
Yeah. And that we would probably get a long time before we noticed.
There's
There
Lucas
was
as
the
the
sexy
sexy nurse
monkey.
monkey.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sexy nurse monkey.
See,
And then
there's
you
a
pull the
better
poop. He pulls
Lucas
poop
as
out
the
of.
sexy nurse monkey was the unexpected moment that we all needed.
Look at me.
was.
Wait. Look at me in the back with Jill walking me in the last picture. Like the second
You're equally as confused.
came out, I was like, I had all these moments, and one of the moments was trying to like reach forward and touch Lucas before I was taken away.
Now, Lucas is the monkey, man. You go, Lucas.
And then Jill gets killed off
Yeah.
stage again.
I was on stage.
About to hit you in the head.
Yeah.
And you had like a Russian accent, Elijah.
For no reason.
Mr. President.
Come on, Mr. President. Those pet kittens now.
Oh yeah, and this was the return of the aliens. This one.
I filled in.
This was illegal aliens.
Where that moment where the twins just started going off in their own little world language, I nearly passed out from laughing because they did it so
that was so
perfectly.
funny.
Turned back and went back into it was just comedic gold, and I could not help myself from laughing.
What did it sound like again? It was like.
Yeah, they're like. And then
And
they're
it
like
was
look
like-
behind.
But they had like a real conversation. It was wild.
It was pretty funny.
And the coolest thing about these fellows is they actually can communicate non-verbally. So it was
Mhm.
like already something that they had practiced. And the cool thing about them is they're very, very good physical actors. And that was the
Definitely.
first time Ben and I started seeing them like doing their own thing. Like we weren't always
Mhm.
giving them direction.
Yeah.
They were coming to us with stuff already.
Can I just say the set for the show was really cool.
Yeah.
I liked it. Well, Taylor, I think you made it like in like a day, but I like it a lot. I love the paint splatters of red, white, and blue, and the American flags in the background here. Let's go to a photo
Tim
that
hated it.
shows the American flag. Yeah, you
Bleeding.
painted 2 American flags on both sides of the stage, and
It
it's
was,
kind of like bleeding paint. It looked
I
cool.
wanted it to look like it was done in an hour because it was.
Also, let me just say, these boxes behind us, they took so long to make.
They did.
I had to construct giant. I was like, I want to do like a scene with like politicians with like podiums. So I had to construct these cardboard boxes. That took a while, and then I had to paint them all, let them dry in the sun. It was more work than I anticipated.
After this, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know what?
All on the graffiti too.
What I loved so much about this show is that it was both patriotic and like critical of America in that, you know, it saw what our country can be. And I think there's this misconception in our country that if you're critical of the US, then you're not patriotic. And that's absolutely untrue. You know, you can be critical of the way things are going right now and still be a patriot because, you know, you have ideals about the way things should be in our country. And so I feel like our show was both super funny and also, you know, we talked about how you can be a better American. Yeah, maybe we talked about that in an indirect, funny way, but we did. And so,
To be an American.
yeah.
Also, on another note, look at some of these things we wrote. Ooh, Mist was here for a good. I think the twins wrote this for a good time called.
that was me. That was me.
555, but
All of that was me. I think
Well, I
I let the twins do some drawings on there.
So like
Yeah, I think
on one hand, like we can be patriotic and a good American, and on a second hand, like dog poo
Dog poo.
is what the wall says.
Does this
Yeah.
mean
Jill
we're
has a
on our
point.
last show, Benji?
We are on our last show.
yeah, we're on to the last show, the most recent show that we've done.
It's probably a good transition point for me to dip out here because it's about midnight coming up on here.
Oh,
wow.
For me.
Brody's in Tennessee where it's midnight.
Yeah, I'm in the
Hi,
future,
Brody.
motherfuckers.
We miss you, Brody.
I miss
Hi,
you guys
Brody.
too.
Brody.
Yeah, Brody.
Brody, shall you eventually come back and do another show with us?
It's gonna be a while if I do.
But the answer is maybe.
Well,
the
well,
answer is maybe.
if we're all quarantined the rest of our lives, Brody can do a show with us because we'll be forced to do them online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. We're all good to go.
All right,
I'm
bye.
always still writing.
Brody.
Hi, Brody.
All right, guys.
See you for another
Bye,
show.
Brody.
We're holding
Hi,
these-
Brody.
Bye, Brody.
So,
Okay, yeah, we're on our last
He's
show, so we don't
fucking
have
gone.
much
Let's get
left
on
to go.
this.
what was that?
So our last show, yeah, like I was saying, this one was the one this is the one I've been wanting to do. I had been wanting to do for like a year. I was like, we should do a sketch show about video games and movies and TV show, just making fun of pop culture stuff. And so we eventually did it last December, Fourth Wall Geeks Out. So we had like parodies of Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Ghostbusters, you name it.
I remember correctly, we didn't have this scene. Amanda and Wayne, you guys might know. Did we have this scene? Like,
no, we didn't have it from the start. We added it.
Not initially, no. It got added.
Yeah,
but
we
it was
added
like
it.
all of us had one line except for Wayne, who had to carry the whole thing.
Yeah. This is the first show that had a cold open to it, and it was a Game of Thrones cold open. Wayne played Varys from Game of Thrones, the bald guy from Game of Thrones. Taylor was Daenerys Targaryen. I love how thrown together these costumes are.
That was also
You
my
do
favorite.
a really good Jon Snow though, Amanda.
Aw, thanks.
Yours was probably the most accurate to the character, and I was Tyrion Lannister.
Because you had that shirt.
Yeah,
I drink and
I actually bought the shirt for the role.
I remember you being very insistent about being Tyrion because of that. Oh, the high heels. Oh man, I love those things.
We got Elijah as the dungeon master.
Oh Lord.
It was fun.
That was a fun bit.
Yes, it was.
Was it just you just had a gun, right? Like that was the whole thing. He got the show and stuff because he had a gun.
He threatened to shoot your Nintendo Switch.
Right. Yeah.
Deborah, no.
I'll get to Willy Winker later. We'll save that for the end. Bring your waifu to work day.
Oh, that was great.
That one was fun.
That was great.
That one was hilarious.
Yeah, that one was a take on Bring Your Wife to Work Day.
What were some of the names that I had? There was Poop Waffle, I think was one or something.
Poop Waffle.
Poop Knife. Poop Knife.
Poop Knife. Poop Knife was the good one.
That was a really funny sketch. I wasn't in this show, but I watched it from the audience, and this was a really good one.
You said Mitsuku?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daki Kamura bodysuit. Bodysuit.
Oh my God, Diana's was great. Too.
Oh, I had so much fun making that. Yeah, that was a lot of fun making.
It looked terrifying.
What?
It looked terrifying.
It is terrifying.
What did Diana end up naming that thing?
I don't know if she had a name.
Nikolai or something.
Nikolai. Yeah.
That's
My
right.
body pillow, Nikolai.
Oh.
And these guys were great as the Mario Brothers. They were fantastic. This one was just a lot of fun because I got to like build the cart itself. I
believe before this
second.
show, we were informed
backdrop
very
was
clearly that the twins had these costumes. Like we were told
Yeah.
explicitly they have these costumes, and
We're like, okay, I guess we'll cast you guys as the Mario Brothers. But they did a really good job. I loved this backdrop. It was just perfect for the sketch.
No, Kim did a really if
Yeah,
all
she
of
went
the
all
other
out.
videos were her building it up and stuff like that, and like anything I
Well,
did before this.
This was the first sketch show that she actually designed the set for.
Yeah.
She had designed previous shows, but she actually designed this sketch show's set. Yeah, that wall too was really nice.
Was this is the one where they got profiled?
Yeah, this was the one. This was Super DUI Brothers. It was Mario and Luigi getting racially profiled by the police for being Italian plumbers.
Again, sometimes we take political.
Look at Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos is Donkey Kong, also under arrest.
Oh, my old Nike shoes.
And Sam comes in as Pauline, who is a lady of the night, and I'm Waluigi, who is a pimp.
I think this is another instance of you going, I have this costume. How do I get myself in this costume?
Yeah. I just really wanted to do Waluigi. And then Craig as Yoshi. Pretty great.
Oh man, that scared a lot of people.
Yes, it did.
I got to.
Oh yeah, we had the Ghostbusters sketches. Those were fun. Yeah, this was the first. This was like a. This is maybe one that didn't need to be 2 separate
expounded
sketches.
in energy.
What?
Time. This is one that just got bigger and bigger every time
Mhm.
Elijah and Sarah performed it. Like it just got crazy by the end of the show. I
Yeah.
think.
You guys did a good job working off each other, I thought, in a combo. And then this one was good too, the Kingdom Hearts
And then
sketch.
Paul, that piece of shit, goofy game.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 was not good to me. I was.
Yeah, you wrote this sketch after playing Kingdom Hearts 3, right?
Yeah,
Just
no,
kinda
I like
ended it.
beat Kingdom Hearts 3, and I cried so much that I had to channel all that energy into comedy.
A great photo of you, Wayne.
I still regret the last 20 years of my life, but
This one was really fun too. This was Imaginary Friends Therapy. It was, so for this one, I just had a ton of ideas for a ton of different characters that I wanted to throw out there. So we had, We had Dora the Explorer. We had Shaggy and Scooby from Scooby-Doo. We had Christopher Robin from Winnie the Pooh, Calvin and Hobbes, Steve from Blue's Clues, Link from Legend of Zelda. We had all of these different characters interacting, as they all have in common, right? They're all characters who have imaginary friends. And I just
Very
thought
mental health awareness, you know, very pro therapy.
I'd say it is, yeah. Carlos says Diego. Funny, man.
That was great.
I loved that. Mr. Salt, Mrs. Pepper.
Pepper.
Greg looks like an insane person no matter what role you put him in.
He really does.
I passed.
What was that?
Man, we just had a lot of these costumes like available, didn't we?
Really did.
Well, yeah. Actually, this is interesting to compare to like the first sketch show where we had like no costumes or props. At this point, we had too many, and there were so many possibilities. A lot of these things I already had.
I made somebody a bush for one scene. Like that's how little money we had for costumes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and look at the cube that we used. Kim made it into like a Minecraft block. Very like intricate. Like
Yeah. we came a long way with both with costume props and just like the set.
It's Christopher Robin.
It got so much better.
Christopher Robin.
It really did, yeah.
They want to have some.
Brody and Craig are a dynamic duo. Elijah and Sarah were kind of a dynamic duo in this one as well. You guys had a lot of sketches together.
True.
Oh yeah, we were. There's only there's only what a scene or two where the wizard key part. I think it's the only scene I don't have with Sarah.
Yeah.
Honestly. And
this one was really fun too.
Oh, this was wild.
Hated that beard.
Look past the naked men, Harry.
Yeah, this one was a mashup of like all of the wizards from like fictional fantasy stories. So we had Taylor as Dumbledore from Harry Potter. We had Craig as Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. Me as Merlin, and then Snape. Wayne is Snape. I think as much as I love your Snape, Taylor, I think
Wayne is so much better.
Wayne sells it better.
I mean, Wayne just looks like Snape with that wig. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had Amanda as Professor McGonagall.
That was a good McGonagall.
Look at that. His costumes are killer. Then we had Elijah and the twins as dwarfs from Lord of the Rings.
Did they riff the hi ho, we're off to chain these hoes, or was that you?
No, that was all
that was them. They just started doing that, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They just started going off one of these days. We had a little conga line in every time with that stop. That was all the twins. They grabbed me on my shoulder one day and I said, "Oh, I guess we're doing this." And they started stomping right before we started walking out there. And then it became, and that stuck. That was honestly it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
And then we had a Game of Thrones
cool.
sketch.
They didn't need words half the time.
I love that
They
photo.
didn't need words. They just had to grab my shoulder, and that was the moment. Let's do it. Oh, man. That afro was atrocious.
Craig.
Why is Craig shirtless in every show?
Vanilla Snow Ice.
This was one. This one was kind of an experiment for me. This was
The
a
Spider-Verse
this was a
is
mash up two things and see what happens sketch. I mashed up Game of Thrones with Into the Spider-Verse, two topical things at the time, and it was I don't know if this one worked that well, but it was it was kind of funny because it was all these different Jon Snows like Into the Spider-Verse, like all these Jon Snows from different universes coming together. It was an odd one, but
I mean,
it was fun.
I think this was another one that felt really interesting to fans. It may not have been laugh out loud funny, but it felt like fan fiction in a way. Like it was interesting, you know?
Yeah, it was. At the very least, I do think it really thought outside the box.
Plus, Bennett.
I love Craig as Vanilla Ice Snow. That was the highlight of that sketch, I would say. And Amanda as Jon Snow, of course.
I like how she had the Master Sword for like all of them too.
I'm the least convincing Tormund Giants thing ever.
You just like took whatever we had.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
And another Ghostbusters scene. Ghost burglars where they're breaking into a house.
Yeah, what was the shtick? They had a gun and they robbed people.
They weren't robbing people. It was a ghost finder.
Yeah.
We were taking things that were clearly infected with ectoplasm and taking them back to the lab to safely disinfect them.
I still have the DVD of Ghostbusters 2 that you guys gave me in one of the scenes that said "Thanks for your stuff."
And it was I bought that at Dollar Tree for $1 because I was like, this is freaking perfect. And I brought that to you. That was it. That was the gift.
I really appreciate that scene because every time we did it, like I feel like we added more and more layers to it. Elijah, you, me, and Sarah. Like
that's because
it started off
as a lot.
It just kept building more and more, and we just improv'd it. Like at some point.
Yeah, that one kind of deviated from the original script a lot. It was dangerously close to being a mess up, but it worked out.
This was one because Craig and Amanda couldn't make opening night, so a bunch of us filled in. Yeah, this was one scene where I filled in for Craig, and I actually did pretty good for like rehearsing.
Oh, you did.
Once.
Tell us more how good you did, Ben.
Yeah, Ben, how good did you do?
Yeah, Ben, explain how you're the best.
Well, reason number one. No, just kidding.
Looks.
Moving on.
Number two. Looks.
This was one this was the Star Wars sketch where it was called Anakin Gets Fired, where Taylor played Anakin Skywalker and Sarah was a random Jedi. This one was fun because it was kind of making fun of. It wasn't making fun of, but it was like a take on like cancel culture of people who all these celebrities who did terrible things that are getting canceled, getting celebrities getting taken down, kind of. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's that Anakin did sand people face.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets called out for doing sand people face at a party.
Which he was high on death sticks.
He was, to be fair, he was high on death sticks at the time.
Death sticks are the shit, yo.
I hate sand. It gets everywhere.
Yeah.
Funny.
We made a lot of sand jokes.
Funny story. You guys put like a lot of funny Star Wars references in there. And
Craig, start from the beginning there, Craig.
Oh, I was saying, what's funny is that you guys put a lot of funny Star Wars references in there, and me and Amanda had started watching like months after the show. We started rewatching the Star Wars movies, and Amanda hadn't really seen the Attack of the Clones that much, and when we got to that one, she's like, "Oh, that's where they got some of that."
Yeah.
So,
was it
yeah.
And then we made a Superman sketch. It was one of those like 5-second long sketches.
Yeah, too short.
We got way into like pooping pants in this show. A lot of people pooping their pants and
poop jokes.
farting themselves.
A lot of poop jokes.
But it was good.
And then
kills them.
Then it has the Pepto-Bismol has kryptonite in it.
Clever. Hot. Topical.
Oh, here comes my favorite sketch.
Okay. This was the mine, the coal miner scene. The kid who pitched that scene, same guy. Same dude pitched this scene. We're pitching ideas and he just goes, "What if it's the Transformers and they have a new bathroom policy?" And my head freaking exploded. Like, it was just and then at the same time, like the number of discussions we had about this scene and about like, is it offensive? Is it not? How far is it treading the line? I still think it has like a pretty good message of like, everybody use the bathroom.
I don't know.
This was hard the opening night because both Craig and Amanda are in this sketch. So I remember we cut Amanda from the scene, and I just played I just took all of the other roles as Craig's part. That was stressful.
Diana's walk in this whole scene, how she did her robot walk, I could not stop laughing every time I saw it.
Those box of costumes were amazing.
Oh man.
And then
well,
Ben,
before we go, what was that?
We have one more thing, right?
Yeah, I was gonna show a little excerpt really quick to show some of the Willy Wonka.
Oh. Yeah, that music sucked.
I have a task I need you to take care of for me.
Your favorite role?
Turn again? No. It's nothing like that. Oh, thank God. I'm throwing a party very soon, and I need you to pick up a couple of last-minute items. A party? Yes. Here's the list. Thank you. 12 packs of white hot lemonade, 3 bottles of kinky pink liqueur, 1 single bottle of what is here, Professor? That is my Copasato pink Moscato. That one is very important, Harry. I need to know what that is, Professor. Yes, I have a memory of it in my pencil. Oh, yes, come here. Do you see the bottle of pink Moscato, Harry? No, all it needs is just a bunch of naked men. Look around the naked men, Harry.
My chocolate factory. My name is Willy Wonka. Willy Wanker. My name is Willy Wanker.
Mail for Steve Burns.
Mail? It's mail time, everybody! Woo! We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Let's see who it's from. Yay! Alimony! I'm sorry, Steve. It's gonna be okay. I promise.
You're crying, Craig.
I'm afraid we found a photo of you from MySpace dressing in San Diego things.
I don't recall ever doing that.
Halloween party, Obi-Wan's, 2004.
You and Kanye witness sand people! The caption reads, hey, 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 death sticks are the shit, yo.
That was taken completely out of context. Funny seeing you here, Gandalf. What are you doing there? What do you mean? It's a swingers party. This is Merlin. He goes around doing all sorts of weird things like holding swords from shows. Say, any of you fellas care for some mud? What are we with mud? I don't know. I got it from my swamp. I think it's my butt. This is what I'm talking about. Change your mind.
Moving on anyway. Check it out. What is that? This is my edible wallpaper.
Is that sanitary?
Sure, whatever. Look, the strawberries taste like the strawberries. The boysenberries taste like the boysenberries. The schlumberries taste like the schlumberries. Never heard that flavor before. It's a brand new flavor.
I made it myself.
Daddy, I want a schlumberry.
Hey, you 8 year old that wrote out.
Sexy old man, why don't you come and go into this private room, get a taste?
No way.
What is it, Grandpa?
It's just a hole in the wall. Raggy, do you want Ruby Rags? Go, Scoop. You had way are Scooby snacks? Oh, they're like the best snacks ever, man. This is dog food. Wait, are these things hallucinogens? Boys, he's onto a scoop! That was weird. My nipples are getting pointy, and my axe, and my penis. Hey, Donkey Kong, want to back? Yeah! I do that, Hooters! Come on! I hope your girl Daisy will be there. Yeah! No rice.
Hey, did I mention I have an Oompa Loompa strip club?
You did not? Did I mention I have cocaine?
Okay.
There we go. That little cocaine bit was so much fun.
That was really fun. Yeah. Willy Wanker was a really funny one. That was another one of the multiple part sketches.
What have we learned? What have we learned today? We have a lot of time on our hands. We've done a lot of shows. We have a lot of content. So now at least we can look forward to trying to figure out what are we gonna do now. But I think we're gonna. I
don't think we're gonna have any issue with that.
We're not gonna have any issue with it. We've got tons of more ideas coming through. So
we already have the next 2 shows pretty well thought out and planned.
Whatever we end up doing, I think that we have a lot of ideas on the table for what we're planning to do as a company. Where we are, whether we're on stage or whether we're online again, I think that there's a lot of big ideas coming in place. So thank you guys for sticking with us this long. It just goes to show, right? You can track from the beginning to where we are right now, and seeing all of you guys get added on, it just it's so beautiful. And seeing some of you guys go off and do your own thing, some people come back. Brody, getting to see him for a little bit, right? And he's across the country. All these little things has been really, really good sprinkling on this process. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, this is our longest reunion yet. So good job.
By far.
Yeah.
Twice as long as any other one.
So,
but that just shows that.
Without further ado, let's say goodbye to our audience, and thank you folks for watching our Fourth Wall Sketch Reunion. Bye!
Now we are in your home, bringing you the fourth wall. We wrote these jokes for all you folks and those of you who live all alone. We took